viewers of this YouTube channel, I've got some explaining to do. This is probably causing some confusion, me being sat in here, but no, I have bought this 1.6 VTEC D16 MB Civic. I don't know what MB generation number it is. I'm completely new to this Honda stuff, so if there's any Honda lads watching this, I do apologise for any inaccuracies that I will have in my videos, because I am really not clued up on Hondas. I'm a Suzuki guy, as you already all know from my channel. But yeah, this is to replace the GLS as my daily, and I'm going to jump back inside and explain why that is. And yes, I know it's not quite 200,000 miles, but I'm sure you can let me off in the comments for that. So the whole reason I'm sat in this right now, excuse it because it's not been cleaned in God knows how long. It's been sat for quite a while, this thing as well. Unfortunately, my time with the GLS was cut abruptly the other week when I was involved in a bit of an accident in it. I'm okay, everything else is fine apart from the car itself, unfortunately. It's a write-off. The picture I'll include now, it shows where the sill has been bent in, where it was impacted in the side. I'm not going to post any more pictures or anything like that, because I'll be honest with you, I'm still pretty annoyed at it and gutted, because as I said, I didn't want to have to cut that project short. I really love that car. But if there's ever a good replacement that I never asked for, I think it's one of these. I had one of these, I think the MB2, which is the bottom spec 1.4 D14. And I had that about 2.5–3 years ago. I uploaded it to YouTube 2.5 years ago, but I did actually have it for a bit longer. That project was also cut short because I had a really picky MOT tester and it failed badly, and I just didn't have the time or money to sort it. So, round two, here we go. And before I do a quick walk around of what's on this thing and what's not on this thing, I would just like to say there will be a more in-depth video on saying, like, getting rid of the GLS and saying goodbye to it once and for all, because I'm going to strip it for parts. In the next couple of weeks I've got a few things that I need to do before that. I'm quite busy with some cars that I've got in for work at the moment. So once I've sorted that, I'll be making a couple of videos of me stripping it down and then sending it on its way. Without further ado, I think that's waffling over. We'll start off with the interior and what it's got. I don't know if these things ever came with steering lock. My old one didn't have it, and this one doesn't seem to have it anyway. Honda lads, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. It's got a radio. It actually works this time, and you can plug your phone into it, unlike the GLS where it had nothing whatsoever. Glove box, pretty standard. I'm loving the wood grain. This is one of the things that sold it to me, I can't lie. I've wanted the wood grain one of these for so long, and I don't know if this is original, but that was in there. If that's original, I would be very impressed with this thing. You'll notice it does have AC, it works, it blows nice and cold. I would start it and stuff, I will do in a minute, but there is absolutely zero fuel in this thing, so I had to drive it home in mad traffic yesterday, and I just didn't have time to stop off anywhere. My last Civic, the horns didn't work, but it does on this one. We've got full electric windows down here, not sure what this switch does, but they all work. That one's a bit slow, so it needs some WD-40 silicone grease along it. We've got a working electric sunroof as well, which is also another thing that probably sold me the car, because I've been dying for a sunroof in a car for ages. Plenty of room in the back. Got an armrest again, not sure if they all came with armrests. The headline is sagging in the back, but I'm not bothered. I'm going to need to get a new one. If I just jump off head mode there, you'll see there's a slight issue with some mould in this 200k Civic as well, so that's definitely not great at all, and I'll show you why this is. Sadly, it's been leaking through here before, and all this has just gone crusty. I don't even know what this is. Like this, it's just like CT1 that's gone dry or something. I don't know, but it's been poorly sealed and it started leaking again. Hence why it's a bit mouldy in there. It's not great. Overall in here, I'm very happy with it. It's an immensely comfy car, this. It really is a very comfy car throughout, even in the back as well. Much better than the GLS, and obviously with it having the D16 VTEC, it's way nippier than the GLS. It's still decent on fuel. I did drive it quite a way yesterday and I didn't have to put any in it at all. And obviously it's bigger. It is going to be my daily, but we're also going to be using it as sort of a company car type thing with what we do here at the unit, because me and the lads, we need to be in something together, and we've not been able to do that because I don't want to ruin my 32, because that's just not what I want it for. And the GLS only had 2 seats because I stripped the rear interior, and you couldn't 4-man a car like that. A little 50 horsepower 1 litre, it literally just died on the hills with 4 people in it. Again, needs a massive clean under here. It's not been done in a while. Got a bit of crust down there, not too concerned about that for the moment, but what I will do in a minute is fire up this mighty high mileage D16 for you. A little bit ticky and tappy on cold start, but it goes after about 30 seconds. I assume this is normal. Again, let me know in the comments if not, but yeah, I'll start it up because it sounds mint. Five in the hole. First turn of the key, no problems. It sounds healthy. It really, really does sound healthy. You'd think that this car's done a quarter of the mileage that it has. It's quite good. Bit stiff on there, but nothing a bit of WD won't sort out. Yeah, it is what it is really, isn't it? Let's close that up for a second. No smoke, no oil burning or anything like that. It was a bit puffy yesterday when I went to pick it up, but that's because it had been sat for quite a while. I think it had been sat for a couple of weeks since this thing got picked up off its last owner. Bit of history about the car. It's come from Conwy in North Wales. The last owners had it for over 15 years. I have every confidence that this car has just been looked after meticulously. Maybe not meticulously, but it's certainly been looked after. I'll be getting a few bits like new plates, maybe do these silver and just polish up the badges a little bit and give it a full detail. And yeah, it should be looking great. Spoiler as well, my old one didn't have that. Shame about the crack in the bumper. Bit of crust on the arches, all of it's solid. I've already checked it and I'm going to be fixing that as well, doing a bit of bodywork, bit of paint work on it, just get it looking presentable. It's going to be a car that's been seen a lot and we use it for our work, so we need it to look tip-top condition. Only thing I'm probably not going to do is try and straight out this door here, because there's just no point really. I can sort this out and put some colour on it, but I'm not going to bother pulling the door or anything or chucking a load of filler in it. It's just not something I'm prepared to do. But other than that, all the blemishes will be getting sorted. Mechanical wise, I'll give it a quick service and then it'll be ready for the road then, pretty much. So yeah, I think it kind of is what it says on the tin, these old Civics, but yeah, there's absolutely no feel in it, so I'm going to knock it off in a second. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you my 200k Civic. First drive video is going to be recorded separate to this one because there was a bit of an explanation with the GLS and stuff like that. That'll be a different time, probably in the next couple of weeks or so stay tuned for that. The goal currently is 250k miles. That's what I want to get it to, and I want to get it to that in the next sort of 6 or 7 months, by the middle of next year. So who knows, we might be able to do it. But yeah, if you want to see all these road trips, challenges and just everything that I'm going to be doing with this car, stay tuned for it. And yeah, I think that rounds everything off for here. Thanks for watching, take care, catch you soon.